evening, folks. This is Connie speaking from CCAA Shop in Nova Iguaçu. We are here to have one more talk show. And the guest this day is simply one of our ex-student, very, very young person. I remember the song, she was just 16, but not alone. She was with the CCAA since ever, and she's here today to share a little bit of her story with us. Learn that English can take you to many doors, can open many doors to you. So let's see one more today with this young girl, Júlia Gonçalves. Hi, Julia.
Hello.
How are you?
Kind of nervous.
Kind of nervous?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, I know this camera stuff makes us a little bit tense.
Yeah, kind of nervous, just a little bit.
But
never
no,
mind.
nothing special. Whenever you notice, you just have to talk a little about yourself and forget the camera so things flow.
I hope so.
Right? Well, Julia, you have been a CCAA student since?
I guess 2006, probably.
How old were you then?
Maybe 6 or 7.
6 or 7 years old.
Yeah, around that.
When a person is 6 or 7, the person is mature enough to make a decision to study English, right?
Yeah, in my case, I didn't make the decision. My mom just made me study English. But after I began, I really liked it. And then I started to look for songs, movies, and videos, or online people that I could speak English with. I used to talk to strangers online.
So after your mom forced you, by the way, her mother was a CCAA teacher and then brought her to CCAA.
Yeah.
So it was not her first option, but as soon as she arrived, she fell in love. Wasn't
Totally,
it?
yeah, totally.
And you said you started looking for people to whom you could speak English.
Yeah, online.
Like whom? Online?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know them, so I just entered some websites, even dating websites where I could meet people and look, I don't want to date, I just want to talk.
Right. And then
So I could meet new people. I still have contact with some of them on Instagram, but I don't talk to them very often because I work and study, so I don't have much time.
But in which level you felt confident enough to start talking to people online? Do you remember?
No. The only thing that I remember is that I was like 10 or 11 because I used to listen to a lot of songs, so I had a good English, because I used to sing a lot and talk a lot and listen to watch a lot of TV series like Friends. Friends is very good if you want to learn English. And that's it. I just learned some stuff that I wasn't learning at CCAA. But I guess around 11 or 10 because I found some of my videos when I was a kid. And I used to say my age in those videos. Like, oh my God, Justin Bieber, I'm 10 years old and I love you so much.
Exactly.
I remember those videos.
I remember this phase.
Oh my God, no.
Julia was always in love with
somebody.
There was
else.
a soccer player. You talked about him all the time at class.
No, I still talk to him. Rodrigo Pimpão.
Pimpão. Every time I hear Pimpão.
No, don't laugh.
I remember Julia talking about, she has always elected a person, a famous person, for her to chase.
Yeah.
And Justin Bieber was the one you chased longer.
Oh, yeah, Justin Bieber, Bruno Mars, One Direction,
Yeah,
everybody.
and believe it, she has an interesting story to tell about one day she literally chased a pop star. Tell them about it, Julia.
Well, I kind of chased Sam Smith.
You know
Yeah,
Sam Smith?
I did. I met Sam Smith because, when, the first time he came to Brazil, I guess, he's been here only once. I found the place that he was, so I just Mom, Dad, let's go. And my father was like, but he went there with me, and then I met Sam, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it's Sam Smith. So it was like shaking a lot, and please take the picture because I can't hold my phone. You know?
And he did it. He did it.
Yeah, he really did
He
it.
held the telephone and
And I was like, hey, how are you? What are you going to do now? Are you going to have lunch? Are you going to go to Rock in Rio now? And he was like, no, I'm going to have lunch now. I'll go there later. And I was like, oh, okay. God, thank you. I was so nervous. But it was like cool. It's nice to speak English with a native speaker. You know?
Yeah, you always did that. Maybe this helped you a lot improve. Besides
Yeah.
being at CCAA,
Yeah, because there are some things that you only learn when you speak English with a native speaker. Some expressions or not even expressions, but the way that you speak English, how you speak English, some of the things that you can do, some of the things that you can't do, like grammar, you know. That's very fun.
Right.
Yeah.
But Julia, have you ever had any other formal experience with English other than at CCAA studying?
No, not really, because I study law, and I don't use English very often.
So the English you speak today is the English you learned at CCAA?
Yes.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Online, and mainly at CCAA.
right. But for you to start speaking online, you already had some bases that.
CCAA, totally.
Right. And you also had the, along the process, you started thinking of teaching.
Yeah.
Is that because your mother is an English teacher?
No, not
what
really.
What inspired you?
I don't know. I was always a crazy kid, but she is a teacher, and I used to watch her teaching, so I used to imitate her, but she never helped me with anything, like my lessons at CCAA never. In fact, I don't speak English with my mom because I don't like it. She's like, Julia, no, don't speak English. I can't speak English with her. She never helped me. In fact, I really like teaching, and I think I'm really good working with people. So, yeah, I watched her, but she never, Julia, do you want to teach? No, she never did it.
It came from you along the process.
Yeah, I used to watch her, but, it's inside.
And then you decided to take TC.
Yes.
You took TC.
The best time I've ever had at CCAA, actually, was
Really?
the teacher.
Was
Yes,
TC?
yes.
You see, some people think, lit, didactics, and language.
You know, because if you really like speaking English and writing in English and working with English, if you take the teacher's course at CCAA, you are going to use, you're going to write, you're going to prepare classes. So it's very fun if you really like it. If you really want to do it, it's very fun. To me, it was like paradise. Of course, I worked really, really, really hard, but it was paradise even though I worked very hard.
Sure. CCAA is hard work, but also great satisfaction.
Yeah.
We fall in love, right?
Totally.
But what is amazing, guys, is that this little girl started teaching at the age of 16. When she was 16 years old, she started having a class at CCAA, right, Julia?
Yeah, at CCAA.
How did this happen? Did you send your
Resume.
curriculum, your resume?
No, I just called and say, hey, do you want a teacher? Oh, yes, so okay. No,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I called myself.
So you found your way.
Yeah, I found my way. I always find my way.
Cool. And now you are, how old are you now?
I'm 19. I'm still a baby.
Yeah, still a baby.
Technically.
But you see, she's only 19. She's been working for CCAA for 3 years now. She works a lot, I know.
Yeah.
And she teaches about all levels.
Yeah. I taught baby class 2. It was very funny. But I like baby class 2 up to teen adult 11.
So she teaches all levels, and she's only 19. And you see her fluency, the English she got with us. It's very good, really. I'm very proud.
I owe a lot to CCAA.
Because I think whenever we see someone producing like this, coming from us, coming from CCAA, we see the many doors that CCAA opens. Even if you don't want to be teachers, you know the number of professionals we have been bringing here for you to see the way you can use your English. And this is a very good example of what you can do. Because as far as I know, Julia doesn't intend working solely with English.
No, I do it for pleasure.
Yeah, she's going to college and she's majoring in
Law.
law. Nothing to do in the English.
No, nothing to do with English. I only teach because I really like to teach. And I owe a lot to CCAA because I studied at CCAA and now I am working at CCAA. So everything that I've achieved up to this moment of my life, I really owe to CCAA, everything. And whenever I'm in class, I try to be for my students what my teachers were to me. So I just want to do my best, just like my teachers gave their best to me. And that's why I work. That's why I teach, because I really love my students. I really love to be their friends, and that's it.
Yeah, afterwards you have the opportunity to ask her questions, and I'll leave some questions for you because I want to cover other topics to give you opportunities to make up questions. But you were also working in the other field. As
Yes.
you were internship.
Yes.
So you work every day with law, with English, lessons to correct.
From Monday through Saturdays.
Julia, they say every age has fun and fear. Yeah? What do you do for fun and what do you fear?
I work for fun, actually, because I really work with the things that I like with my students or in my internship. I really like working there. So to me, it's very fun doing that because I have my friends and I can bond with people and unknown people too. And I guess my fear would be how anxious I am about my future. You know, sometimes you work a lot and you study a lot, so you kind of, oh my God, what the hell am I doing? Am I going to survive? Am I going to have a good job? So I guess that's my fear for now. You know.
Well, but you do have a good job.
Yeah.
You are a great professional, and the future will only exist if you construct it, if you build it in the present. And you are doing a great job, I'm sure. I know how dedicated you are. And the word, she has a word which is determination. Yes. Everything you do has to do with the determined way.
Yeah, you gotta be responsible with everything you do, even if it's, I don't know, with your friends or work. You gotta be responsible. That's something. For example, why am I saying that? Because my dad has some health issues. So whenever I need people from my work to help me, look, I can't come. My dad's sick. I gotta go to the hospital. They only let me do that because I'm very responsible at what I do, and they believe in what I'm saying. No, Julia is a very nice girl. She works hard a lot. She deserves to go home and take care of her dad because she's very responsible. People see that, you know.
Exactly. And when she says health issue, guys, she's not talking about a cold. Her father just got a transplant, a kidney transplant, and he needed blood. It was tense. Yeah. He's lost balance. It's tough. So whenever she says, I got to be in the hospital, I got to do something, people do believe her. And I was asking
even to get his medicines, his medication, I got to go with him because he can't go by himself.
Exactly. And she still has energy to go on, to keep on doing. And people, it's so amazing that how many young people do you know at this age that has already bought their own apartment? That is Julia. Tell us a little, Julia, about this.
Yeah. I bought it with my boyfriend, believe it or not. It's kind of crazy, but I did it. I hope it works out. I really hope it works out, otherwise I'm screwed. But I'm very happy that he's taking part in my life, and I'm very happy that I'm building my life with him. He's such an amazing man, and he keeps me on track whenever my mind gets a little crazy. He's like, Julia, please.
Yeah, because
yeah, he's amazing, and I'm very happy that.
So he bought your story because you had the idea to buy the apartment.
Yeah, I had the idea. Somebody called me and said, hey, do you want to buy it? I was like, yeah, let's go. So I didn't even need to convince him. Just a little. But yeah, I'm really glad that he's with me in everything that I do. Every time that I'm working hard, tired, studying, he's with me there, pushing me.
Yes, there are hard times we do need it. Yeah. Well, Julia, besides teaching English and majoring in law, you don't intend to be a lawyer.
No, I don't.
What are your intentions professionally in terms of this major?
Well, I actually want to be a police officer. I don't like lawyer stuff. I think I'd die inside
An office?
an office, yeah. I really
Dealing paper?
Yeah, no. I deal with paper in my internship, and sometimes I just get a little crazy. But I really want to be a police officer. I know I have a long way up to that moment, but that's my goal.
Don't you, since we talked about fear,
No, I don't.
being a
No, I
police
don't
officer
have
in
that
Brazil is something, right?
fear. I don't have that fear.
No? And
No, I never did it. I never had it.
and what brings you to this field? What
I like death.
you like death?
So I think I'm crazy, but I really like investigating stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Better now.
When
Yes,
I was
better.
a kid, me and my cousin, we built a series of questions to find out who was Santa Claus in our family. So I said, Luis, we are going to make some questions and find out who the Santa Claus is. Of course, my aunt didn't let me do that. But I like to investigate things since I was a kid.
You already had this in your blood.
Yeah.
Wanting to know, curious. Julia, interesting. So maybe this curiosity brought you to this fluency in English because online checking people, chasing people. Yeah.
A little.
It's better. Have you ever been called gossip for having such curiosity?
No. I only like death gossip.
All
Not people
right.
gossip.
Okay. Only about that.
Yeah, if there is a crime, I want to know everything about it. Not people. I don't like people. No, I'm kidding. I prefer death gossip.
Okay, Julia. Okay. Well, Julia, I'd like you to tell us something about what some of these things mean to you, right? I mean, when I say these things, what comes to your mind?
Okay.
For instance, when we say life.
I'd say family.
Family?
Happiness, yes.
Love.
Family.
Family.
I'm a family person.
Health.
Second plan. I'm not taking really good care of it right now.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta go to the doctor. I don't have much time, but I need to go to the doctor.
Right. Yeah, maybe you don't have to by now.
I guess I do.
Really?
I do.
So
I'm
take
eating
care.
so many hamburgers that I really think I'm about to die.
Yeah, no. You've been talking too much about death. As a psychoanalyst, I would say take care, right? Something's on the air. Is in the air, I'm sorry. Julia, about your future.
Well, about my future, I'd say determination.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that.
Okay, God,
Light.
light.
Totally. Guide, light.
CCAA.
Ah, everything, life, ears, work, many words.
Yeah, what you've reached has to do with
Yeah.
CCAA, right?
Yeah. I've been here since I was a kid. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to leave this ever.
Yeah, so don't plan it. Just go on.
Yeah.
Yes. Just go on because you're doing a great job and some people out there need you. Are we in time? Okay. Well, Julia, you mentioned something about your plans for the future.
Mm-hmm.
You just talked about having determination, okay? But tell us a little about your plans.
For my future.
Yes.
I guess building a family. Being mature enough to build a family, actually. Being mature enough to deal better with my job, because I always learn new things and I'm always changing. Yeah, I guess only that. I just think about building my family, maybe. You know, that's it. I just don't have anything much to talk about it. That's my main goal.
Yeah, you look very... You were talking about the maturity, but you look very mature.
But I still have a good path to follow.
Yeah, cool. Because life is not only...
I know.
What do you like most? Working. I'm working. My future.
No,
Yes.
I know I have a good path to follow.
Right.
Even speaking about maturity, I know I can deal with my things right now, but I know I have many things to learn, many kinds of people to deal with.
Sure. Yeah, life, living is learning, right? Okay, guys, we still have some more things to talk about. Julia also has some experience to share about her first trip abroad. But I will leave this for you to talk to her, okay? Julia, would you mind talking a little to our students about whatever?
No, not at all.
No?
Whatever.
Okay, so I will open for questions so you can interact a little, okay? So guys, your turn now then. Could you help me?
I think I'm going to start. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Julia. I'm
Hello.
Dan. Nice to meet you. So, you want to be a cop?
Yeah.
You like to investigate things? You like to chase after famous people? Congratulations on doing that, especially with Sam. Congratulations. So, where do you think you got this from? You know,
Nobody.
Really? There's nobody in your family?
No. Nobody.
Not even like an influence that
No.
made you like chase, this kind of life?
No, nobody. My mom is a teacher. My father used to work with trucks. So, no, it came from me, actually. I used to watch some TV series, and when I did, I immediately knew what I wanted to do. Actually, there is a TV program. Can I say the name of it? Polícia 24 Horas. You know, I used to be a kid, and I don't know if you have ever watched it, but whenever a scene ends, they write down like penal code, those things, and I had a notebook where I used to write down like number 1, number 2, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, everything about crime I used to write down, but like nobody in my family works with that. It just...
Okay.
I think I'll be the first one.
No, that's cool. Thank you.
Hi, I'm
Hello.
Bruno.
Hello,
and,
Bruno.
In which CCAA did you study?
Nova Iguaçu. I studied here at Nova Iguaçu, and I took the teacher's course at Valqueire.
Wow. And another question that I have is, how was your experience teaching like older people than you?
Well, that's a very nice question, actually. I like working with adults, but when I began, I'm a baby, but I was like babyer, you know? And adults don't really like that because sometimes they look at you and they're like, I can't believe my teacher is 16 and I'm 47, you know? And they're like, oh my God, why didn't I start earlier? Why didn't I start as a kid? Why didn't I start when I was 30, when I was 20? So besides making them regret what they've done, not all of them, but some of them feel bothered that I'm young, like way younger than they are, you know, and I'm teaching them. I've never had any problems with that, never, but we can feel it. Yeah. There was once that I was teaching an adult class, and it was like the first day, and the class had already begun, and I was like teaching, blah, 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 and then a guy entered, and he was like, hey, where's the teacher? And I was like standing right there, and I was like, hi, I'm the teacher. Nice to meet you, I'm Julia. And he was like, you're not the teacher. Like, yeah, I am the teacher, dude. I am the teacher. That happened to me. It was like very funny. That's the only story I guess I have about it.
And when you finished the course, you started teaching?
Immediately.
It
I
was
immediately began teaching, yes.
Like you.
Hello. So, what kind of group do you prefer to teach?
Teenagers.
Teenagers. Why?
I don't know. I guess they like me better.
Okay.
I guess they like me better. Yeah, you know, I guess they like me better. They are very fun to work with, so you can like play while you're teaching and you can make jokes. And there are some CCAA sentences that you teach that they look alike in Portuguese, and the class is a mess. I don't know if I can say, but there is one in Pack 7. Can I say it?
Yeah.
You remember like the Pack 7 lesson where you teach seafood dish? That's a mess. I can't teach anymore if I teach seafood dish. That the class is over.
But their relationship with you has nothing to do with the adults one. Like sometimes they feel a little
I have a
weird.
good relationship with adults because like in the beginning they're a little
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable, but afterwards I guess they just enter in my mind. They enter in the classroom's atmosphere, and
They see the teacher.
yeah, they see the teacher.
Okay.
They see the teacher.
And it has never happened with teenagers.
Teenagers, like, they immediately begin to, to create the mess inside the classroom. And I'm very messy, so I really like when they're messing around because
Okay.
I join them.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Julia. I know you love teaching, but I want to know what's the worst part of being a teacher and, of course, the best part of being a teacher for you.
If I had to choose the worst part of being a teacher, I would say correcting teen adult 11 lessons. I'd say that. Teen adult lessons really kill you. Every time I have to correct a teen 11 or teen 10 lessons, I just need to prepare myself.
Were you like the students that do this exercise that you correct?
I love them. But they're like, teacher, do I have to give you now? No, you can give me later. I don't want to correct it, but I gotta get the lesson. So I'm sad. They are sad because they did the lesson. I'm sad because I gotta correct the lesson. But the best part is bonding with the students. As I said in the beginning, I like to be for them what my teachers were to me. So I remember when I studied that my classroom was a mess. I remember, your classroom? No. Connie's classroom? Never. We used to play a lot, those games, those suggested activities sometimes, and boys and girls like, And now I like to do those, like, guys, let's play, and they're like, teacher. No. I like to play, but now they don't like to play. But the best part is bonding with the students. I really love to be their friend and to build a relationship with them, because they begin to trust you, their personal life, they begin to trust you, their English life. They begin to bring you outside things, things that are not made by CCAA. I like the trust. I like to build the trust,
Thank you.
Hi again.
Hello again.
And Connie said that you travel abroad. And to where you travel?
I went to New York, but there are more foreigners than native speakers in New York. Yeah, you will hardly see a native there, an American there. You will see African people, everybody, not New Yorkers.
And you went to somewhere else?
No,
While you were there?
I've only traveled abroad once. In fact, I don't even travel like to Rio, like Penedo. Where is that? No, I never traveled like. Yeah, I went to Penedo, but traveling abroad only to New York.
And you were alone? You went
No,
alone?
I went with my mom, and she had never traveled abroad either. So, and of course, she's older than me, so she fulfilled her dream, traveling abroad. I was 17, but she was like 45, 47, 46, I guess. So her dream, she had to wait a long time.
Just one more question. And you said that your mom is a teacher too. And did any time she correct you in some way?
I never showed her anything of mine. Never. When I began studying Spanish at CCAA, she was like, "Hola, ¿qué tal?" No. I never liked speaking English with her. She never saw my lessons. And the worst thing ever when I was a student, that people was like, she speaks English because her mom's an English teacher. That's horrible. All of my credit, gone. No credit for Julia, only for Julia's mom. But she never saw anything of mine. I never let her see.
Hello.
Hello.
I didn't know that you were coming. I saw your photo. And we've been working together since the beginning of the semester. And I didn't know that you studied here in Nova Iguaçu.
Yeah, I
studied in
did.
Queimados, So I want to ask you that you study law. You said that?
Yes.
Yeah. So where do you study law? And where have you been living lately? Because you studied it in Nova Iguaçu.
No, but I didn't live here.
No?
No. I still live at Osvaldo Cruz, Madureira.
So that's why you work there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I work there. What was the question again? Sorry.
No, it was about where have you been living
Oh,
lately?
yeah. I study at Estácio,
Oh, yeah.
at Sulacap. And I'm in the middle of college. Almost dying, but I'm in the middle of college. I don't know if I'll survive. I don't know if I'll make it to the end.
Congrats, you're doing it very well.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Well, pretty good. Are you comfortable now?
Better than I thought it would be.
Sure. Yes, I said after you were
Ah, yeah, better than I
around,
thought it
you
would
feel
be.
comfortable. Yes. Guys, when I talked to this girl and she told me she was over worried about her future, very anxious about her future, I told her, you were doing it right. No worry, girl. Philip just said, it's a great job. So does anybody here doubt how far she will still go?
I do.
Nobody. It's good that you doubt, so it makes you go on, right? But it reminded me of a song. Do you know, guys? There is help me, guys. When that song that says, "Son, in life you are gonna go far." How? If you do it right,
you love where you are.
Remember,
Jason
if you
Mraz.
do it right, you will love where you are. But Julia, if you don't love where you are, just know you can always come back home. CCAA Nova Iguaçu will be here for you forever and ever. Okay. I want to thank you.
I want to thank you.
Looking into your eyes very much, because I know the moment you've been living home with your father. I know how hard you've been working. I know you had to make yourself available to come in here. And how many hours did we stay in
fact, I
traffic
should be
to come
working,
here?
but I'm not. In
Yeah.
fact, I should be there working, but I'm not.
She should be working, yes. So, guys, that's why I always ask you to welcome the people we bring here, because they are here for love. They are here to share a little of what they have with you, and you should know that all this is possible from English, and join us from CCAA, okay? Thank you very much. See you the next talk show.